Hi, Ollie. Good afternoon. Nice to see you. What lessons we'll learn?
You went to mute, James.
I know. She's very cruel with that mute button.
Me?
It's not Karen this time.
Someone must have heard the question before I even asked it. What lessons we'll learn from game one, and how important is the players' attitude, bearing in mind what happened in Istanbul?
Well, you know that when you go away to the Turkish champion, you know that game anyway. We have experienced that at Man United a few times before, so nothing unexpected there. But the level of concentration needs to be better. We know that the 2 goals we conceded on bad breakaways and counter-attacks, and 1 or 2 other moments we caused our own problems with our organisation. So we need to be more patient in our approach, not patient in our approach, but more disciplined in our positioning, because any little lack of concentration and they're off and running. And the first goal obviously was the worst goal to concede. The second goal as well was a counter-attack. So and then we've looked at the game and looked at other ways that we should break him down, of course.
Over the last couple of games, the sort of response from that you were looking for, bearing in mind that there were probably words after it.
Yeah, of course. We played really well against Everton straight after. Then there's been an international break, of course, and then with a win against West Brom, clean sheet again, could have scored a few more, and we've gone the bounce. So of course we want to carry on.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ollie. How's the squad looking? Obviously, it's a tight turnaround, and you mentioned that you weren't sure whether Pogba was going to be available for this match. How's he looking?
We hope he's available. He trained. See if there's any reaction when we report tomorrow. Still, Luke shot. Phil Jones is out. Jesse is still self-isolating after being in contact with a positive case. And there's 1 or 2 little things that we need to look at in the morning, but hopefully everyone else is available.
Question with Luke, because you mentioned after the Everton game it looked serious and the time frame's 4 to 6 weeks. Is it likely to be nearer the 4-week period or the 6?
I hope nearer to 4, but you know, with the reoccurrence of hamstring injuries, you can't risk anything. It's not near training, so we'll see how he reacts to the program he's on and to the rehab. Hopefully near 4, or near 6.
Carlson?
Yeah. Hello, Ola.
Hey.
Hi. Your old player, Fredrik Gulbrandsen, seemed to be in good form recently after scoring 3 goals in his last 2 games. How do you see him as a player, and how much of a threat could he cause Man United tomorrow?
Well, obviously, I prepared a team last time. You have to prepare teams against different types of players. Dembaba was the more likely striker to play, but I mentioned to all my coaches here that Fredrik is his pace, his directness, his quality. I think he showed. He came on last game now, scored 2 goals, quick, strong. That's the Fredrik I know. He's better volleyers of the ball. Coached, great strike for the first goal. Second goal was also a good goal. I prepared my team for him. He came on against us and he showed his pace. So we prepared both against extra strikers. They are 2 very different types.
James, I wonder.
Ollie, will Dean Henderson start tomorrow night? And how pleased have you been with him since he's come back into the squad? Do you think with David is helping push David onto the levels which we know he's capable of, as we saw against West Brom?
I've been very happy with the competition that Dean has for David. From David, Dean has done he's not really put the foot wrong, and is developing and is maturing along the way, which I'm very, very happy with. I give you the team now, so if it's Dean or David, I'm not going to say, but he's with both the reaction of both players, I have to say.
Sam Stone, if you could just unmute.
Ollie, Anthony Martial scored a lot of goals last season. He never went more than 3 games without scoring. He seems to be finding it a lot more difficult this season. What is the reason for that?
You're right, Anthony did last season. I thought he took big strides towards becoming a striker that we know he can be. Then again, Anthony, from other players in our team, that he's not had a pre-season as normal, and he's working to his peak form. Obviously, he lost 3 games, or 3.5, almost 4 games, because he had 3 game suspension, and it was very early in the Tottenham game. So he's lost a bit of football, or too much football. He scored against BASAKSEHIR last time, good header. So we hope that he's just going to continue working hard to get to his best again.
Carl Anker.
Hi Ollie, hope you can hear me all right.
Yeah.
Previous to the last game against Istanbul, BASAKSEHIR, you mentioned how United are getting closer to their principles of play that you want them to do. Could you elaborate a little bit? What's your ultimate long-term vision for this United team and how you want them to play?
How long have you got? Because that deserves more than just one sentence. I think we've got that time. But of course, we look at Man United throughout the history that we're a team that we want to attack quickly. We want to be good on the break. We want to have quick players, quick attacking players to cause a problem when we've defended well. But then again, more and more teams, when they drop back, you be the team can break teams down. I think we showed against Everton the type of team. Scored from crosses, we scored from long attacks that we built up, and we scored the winning goal on a counter attack. So we don't want to be, how do you say, and in just one style of play. We want to have players expressing their talents, of course, and we want to dominate games. So we're building on it, we're working on it, and players are developing.
Hi Ollie, how important is it that you win this game tomorrow, given the makeup of the group? I know you're top, but it could change quite quickly given the strength of the other teams in the group.
It's always a great question. That the short answer is very, because you asked how important. So, but of course, we know the consolation of they started well with 2 wins. Disappointed the last game against Istanbul. We need at least 10 points to go through, definitely. So, maybe even likely that you have 12 points. So we're going to go into this game trying to win it, of course, and then try to win it well with a good performance, because we've got games coming thick and fast. So get to 10 points was always the main, as quickly as we can, the main point. But that defeat was a big blow last time.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Hi, Ollie. Bruno Fernandes has obviously played an awful lot of football since he came to the club, and there haven't been many opportunities to rest him. These games like this, do you see it as an opportunity to maybe rotate his position? Also, with the 5 subs rule, are you embracing that more so in the Champions League, where it's not available in the Premier League games?
Yeah, subs. It's not the relief, but a chance players earlier, because if you want to make 2 subs at half time, you've still got the chance to make subs and rest players, because it's going to be a long season, and it's not just about this one game, but it's the whole accumulation. So I've said I like the 5 subs. I also like the size of the squads because the players feel they're involved. And especially during lockdowns, sometimes if you're told you're not in the squad, then you've got to stay at home. You've got no one to see. You can't go and see your friend and see the game with a friend. And that's another mental welfare that we have to look after the players. So Champions League, I like it. And Bruno, yeah, he's not going to win every single game, that's for sure. So when he only played 1.5 games for Portugal during the international break, I was very happy.
Amy Jackson.
Hi, Ollie. Just going back to Anthony Martial, if you look at, say, Vardy, Aguero, Harry Kane as scoring 20, 25 league goals, Premier League goals a season, that's kind of the standard for Manchester United, I'm guessing, that you need. So can Martial do that for you? Can he get up into that bracket of, prolific in the league?
I think Anthony allowed that he'd made strides again to make even bigger strides and, of course, to develop more. He scored, I don't know how many goals, 23, 24 goals last season, which was a big return. This season is and you cannot rest as a right back or centre forward at Man United. There's demand, of course, in any position. So we want Anthony to kick on. I thought with France against Croatia, was it Croatia? Yeah, no, against Portugal. Sorry, Portugal, when he showed his qualities as a centre forward, getting. Then Patricio made a few good saves, and that might have affected Anthony's confidence. For me, it's him getting the chances. That's the big thing, because I know his plate has always been good. Maybe at the moment the keepers have made a few good saves against him. But that will change quickly.
2 hands left, so we'll go last 2 questions for David McDonnell and Per Carlson.
James.
Just back on Dean Henderson. If he doesn't play tomorrow night, he may potentially only have one more appearance before the end of this calendar year in the League Cup. Can you? How do you keep a keeper like him, a young keeper, ambitious young keeper, happy? With that limited number of appearances, and can you understand if there's any concern on his part, because obviously he's made his England debut and you've got the Euros coming up. Can you understand how he's desperate to play more?
Dean wants to stay at Man United and play for Man United. I can't see the logic in only one potential appearance left before Christmas. Do you know how many games we've got?
So I disagree completely if tomorrow is a break or it's a make or break for Dean. Back in, he is training really well. He's maturing. He's had he's training with one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's got potential to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. It's a great competition. So I don't buy that argument. It's a make or break for him. So and it's not up to everyone happy. I've said that a few performances will always deciding or not. Every position that you play for Man United, it's your duty or your responsibility to make the coaches happy. So there's a bigger chance.
Carlson?
Yeah, Ollie, you said after the West Brom game that sometimes the 3 points are more important than the performance. But United have often seemed to struggle a bit more against the smaller teams that defends deep. What do you think about that? And is that something that you are worried about?
We're trying to develop the squad and the team to become good at all different phases of the game. Of course, I thought the Everton game was a perfect example of when teams drop into their own half, how to outplay teams. I think we've got the 2 first goals there were long attacks built from behind, loads of passes, ending up with crosses. Then the last goal we scored from a quick counter-attack than when we've had to defend really well at the time. So the game decides what type of game it becomes. If you get the first goal, it's a different type. So it's always decided on moments, the games. And I feel we're moving in the right direction.
Okay, thank you, everybody.